Hello friends, welcome back to Easy GST for you. I am your host Girish Kulkarni and today I'm going to discuss another important union budget proposal which is kind of a relief granted to taxpayers who were not able to claim or who claimed input tax credit beyond the date of period of limitation. The amendment would be made to section 16 by insertion of two clauses, subsections, subsection 5 and subsection 6. Now, what are these provisions? Let's try to understand. We know that to claim input tax credit in GST law, there is a period of limitation which is prescribed in section 16 subsection 4, which says that input tax credit related to any invoice or a debit note pertaining to a particular financial year can be latest claimed by earlier of 2 days. Now that was the original provision which later on got amended. So initially they say it is earlier of your date of filing of annual return or due date of the month of September of the following year or the next year. So that was earlier provision. Later on, this got changed to earlier of date of filing of annual return or 30th November of the subsequent financial year, next financial year. So in the initial years of GST, many taxpayers were unaware of this particular provision and they could not claim the input tax credit in the GSTR 3Bs within the period prescribed under section 16(4). And eventually such kind of input tax credit availed was denied to those particular taxpayers. Now to grant a relief for the initial periods for financial year 17-18, 18-19, 19-20 and 20-21, this last date or the period of limitation would be considered as 30th November of 2021. So for all these 4 periods, the last date to avail input tax credit would be considered as 30th November 2021. Similarly, subsection 6 also talks about a situation where there was cancellation of registration, and as the registration is cancelled or suspended, the input tax credit could not be claimed as there was no access to file the input tax to file the GSTR 3Bs for a particular taxpayer. In such case, whenever the GST registration is revoked within 30 days of period, the order of revocation date, one may claim the input tax credit. Only condition is that cancellation should not be beyond the normal due date or period of limitation. So these are the two reliefs which are granted to the taxpayer with this proposed amendment to section 16, and these two subsections would be inserted, subsection 5 and 6, which are notwithstanding anything contained in the subsection 4, which means that these two sections will override the original period of limitation prescribed in section 16(4). So this is a big relief, because let me tell you, there are a lot of pending litigations at maybe adjudication, appeal stage, or people are waiting to for the tribunals to start operating, wherein they would go and fight against this particular section, particular demand. So now what will happen is that all such cases which are eligible and become eligible as per subsection 5 would get a relief in terms of that disallowed input tax credit. So I hope this video helps you. If you think that this is a good information, you please do share it with your friends and hit the like button. Thank you so much.